sharing the view of this backpacker Zen. I'm now reflecting on my life. The theme is curiosity. From younger days, I've been curious. But what triggered me to get into Zen, and believe it or not, this compassionate feeling I got is from my elementary school days when I saw a kid who had a very poor lunchbox. He was hiding what's inside. There's almost nothing. Whereas I had my mother making those lunchbox with salmon even and some seaweed and stuff. And I realized that there's a different people living in this whole world. I couldn't tell anything. I was silent, but I kept that feeling. Around that time or after, I got interested in Thomas Alva Edison. 1% perspiration, no, 99% perspiration for 1% inspiration. That made me curious. Also, some scientific interest I had. Jumping ahead, in my high school days, I was not studying. I did some study prior to that, but since the high school was attached to the college, we could all play. That's the best time. That changed my orientation in my life, I believe. Then I faced Pensée because I commuted 1.5 hours each way. So I read lots of books. Pascal's Pensée, I remember. When I start to think about life and death and how minuscule my existence is, I couldn't solve it. So I went back playing, but kept on reading lots of stuff. I went into engineering, wanted to contribute, idea of scientist engineering. I did electrical engineering at the college, did some experimentation, writing thesis on thin film. But moving forward, after engineering work, I start to get into management or business, looking for new challenge. I wanted to explore life, experience lots of stuff. So after doing some engineering and managerial work, I went to business school, worked on corporate strategy and stuff, consulting, visiting many companies. I became independent and came up with the idea empowering people. Wrote a book, moved to the States. The next 30 years, 40 years, I built my business. Organizational change, but at the same time, I have studied Zen. I was so interested, kind of connecting to the Pensée, the difficulties, what life is, I couldn't solve. When I was high school, now coming back. And that's a transformation of individual versus organization. So I wrote books, lectured, made videos. I even had the awakening experience in Vipassana in the year 2000 when I was 52. I remain curious. Life is about curiosity, exploration, going through challenges, even if you have noise coming from the next door making noise, focus on what can be done. The curiosity, the drive to know more about me, the world, how things change, and technology and AI concerns me, so that's another angle I'm looking at, to share ideas on the YouTube, not writing books anymore. And that's where I am. Unexperienced to live in this backpackers inn, meeting different people, different country, different background. Keep questioning. What do you do? Why do you do? What makes people to behave certain way? Myself too. And I'm about to leave this backpackers inn after staying 3 months and a half when I leave, and then go into the Zen temple. I'm 77. I was watching Einstein's documentary, his curiosity, his determination. I met the guy, different people. I met the guy at the supermarket this morning. He's well built. He works here, construction, and he's happy what he's doing, building his body, surfing, working. I could feel people have different interests, curiosity. And my curiosity is knowing who I am, what people do, what can be done different. May all beings be happy. Those ideas keep me interested, be curious. Maybe every which direction, but that's what I have been, moving from different branches, exploration, different location, different activity, and shaking the tree to see what comes out. Just a brief reflection as I change from one set of experience at the North Shore Backpackers Inn to living in a Zen temple for 2-3 months, and before I go to New Zealand. Curiosity, drive, interest, pursuing the dream. Life is a process of problem solving and exploring the potential of what we've got. Toward the orientation, may all beings be happy, connecting to the root, nature's way. See what happens.